Welcome to Learning to Engineer. In the previous video, we solved a circuit by using mesh analysis. Now, we are going to solve a circuit that has a supermesh. Supermesh is actually a circuit that has multiple loops that are connected by a current source. To solve this, we need to apply both Kirchhoff's current and voltage laws. In case you have missed to watch any of these, click the link in the description or here so that you can watch a video on Kirchhoff's current and voltage law and then come back to watching this video. Let's get started.
Use mesh analysis to find the current Ix. Ix is the current that is passing through 10 ohm. I am considering this as I1, this as I2, and this as I3, this as I4. Actually, between this node, let me mark this as node 2 and this as node 1. We have two current sources and one dependent current source that is acting as a supermesh. This is our supermesh, which contains 1.5 Ix. When we have a supermesh, what we must do is that we should just eliminate the current source that is present in between, so that we can form one super loop which contains two loops altogether. So this loop contains 10, 20, 25 ohm, 5 ohm. All these 5 elements constitute this loop. I am just going to call this as super loop. I have to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in the super loop just like we did in the normal mesh analysis case. If I apply Kirchhoff's law, the sum of the voltages of 10, 20, 25 and 5 ohm is 0 according to Kirchhoff's law, right? So this voltage is, the direction that I am going to consider is like this, in clockwise direction. Okay, so since the current Ix is opposing my considered direction, I have to take this voltage as minus 10 into I1 minus I2. Minus 10 into I1 minus I2 plus 20 I2, because I2 is the current that is entering into 20 and into 25 I3 is the current that is entering. So this is plus 25 I3 plus 5 into, I am considering the clockwise direction. Therefore, I assume that I3 is greater than I4 and the current that is entering through 5 ohm will be 5 into I3 minus I4. We know that I1 is 2 and I4 is minus 5 ampere. If you substitute that here, you will get an equation. So this is minus 20. If you go to that side, minus 20 will become plus 20 and this 5 and 5 will be 25. So this is minus 25 minus 5. Okay, let me come back to the currents. Minus into minus plus 10 plus 20, 30. I'm just putting it here so that it doesn't look very far. Okay, so that's why I'm putting it here. So this equation will be same as 6i2. I'm just cancelling it out. That's all. 6i2 plus 6i3 will become minus 1. This is our super mesh equation. We have just formed a KVL equation in the super mesh discarding the current source that is there in between. Now what we have to do in the next step, we have to apply KCL, Kirchhoff's current law, into this node which has the current source. So if we apply nodal analysis here, 1.5 Ix will be same as this current plus this current. We already formed the equation which is 6i2 plus 6i3 is minus 1. This was our first equation. By nodal analysis, we can say that 1.5 Ix is equal to, I assume that this is I2, right? And this is I3. So 1.5 Ix is I3 minus I2. And also what is Ix? Ix is I1 minus I2 is Ix, right? So this 1 will be 1.5 into I1 is 2. So 2 minus I2 same as I3 minus I2. This implies that 1.5 into 2 is 3. 3 minus 1.5 I2 is I3 minus I2. This implies that 3 is equal to 0.5 I2 plus I3. So we have two equations here. So what are the equations? 6I2 minus I3 is 1 and 0.5 I2 plus I3 is 3. So if we solve these both equations, we will be getting what is asked? Ix is asked. We have to find Ix. What is Ix? I1 minus I2, which is 2 minus I2. 2 minus I2 will be 2 plus 6.33. This is 2, which is 8.33 ampere. Whenever we have a super mesh, what should we do? We should club the meshes in between which we have that current source. We will get one big mesh and we have to apply KVL and put down the equation. We have to apply Kirchhoff's current law into the node which contains the current source and then solve these both equations. Let me write it here. Step 1. Step 1 will be use KVL at supermesh. By this time you will know what is the meaning of supermesh. Step 2 is next step is we must use KCL in the node that contains this current source, and then when we solve both these equations we will get the unknown currents. This is how we solve a circuit that contains supermesh. Say for example, this 1.5 source is 1.5 Ix is not here. We only have a resistor. In that case, we can solve by normal mesh analysis itself. But since we have a dependent current source in between, this is actually making our job easier even though it looks complicated. Whenever you have an additional current source in between two loops, it is actually making your job easier. How? Because when you have a current source, you can quickly apply Kirchhoff's current law into that node and then pull one more equation and then club it along with the super mesh and then solve for the currents. This is actually making our job easier. Thanks for watching.